Hey, everybody, welcome back to another daily drop here on TarHeelIllustrated.com. I'm THI publisher Andrew Jones, and the topic today, Carolina football, a continuation of our diving into the different position groups for the Tar Heels, midsummer look at the team that opens practice in about 6 weeks. ACC kickoff late July, and just a few days later, either July 29th or 30th hasn't 100% been settled yet, but Tar Heels will begin fall practice starting in late July because the opener is August 29th, the Thursday night at Minnesota. The game will be on Fox, not Fox Sports, but Fox. It'll be a national TV network game opportunity for the Tar Heels. Okay, we've done almost all of the position groups. So we're down to the secondary. I'm combining cornerback, safety, and star in this discussion because there's so much cross-training. A lot of the guys are playing in different spots. So let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, at corner, this is a position that should excite Carolina fans because Elijah Huzzie is back in his natural spot playing corner. He played star mostly last year because DeAndre Boykins got injured in fall camp and was lost for the season, so they moved Huzzie over there. It took away from the corner spot, and Huzzie didn't play his natural position. He did well. He was all ACC, I think, second team. But he's an NFL caliber corner. Everybody in the program will tell you that. They thought that was probably the case when they brought him in from East Tennessee State, where he was an FCS All-American, had 12 interceptions his last 2 seasons there, 6 in each of those years. He had 3 with the Tar Heels last year. He did play 64 snaps at corner, but then he got hurt early in the Clemson game, didn't play the rest of that game, did not play against NC State or West Virginia in the bowl game. But he's healthy. He's ready to roll. He's excited that he's a cornerback. When you ask him about it, man, his face just lights up. He has a chance to be an outstanding college cornerback. On the other side of the field, Marcus Allen, again, he's got the specs for the position. He's got the bounciness. He's got the quickness. He's strong. He could fight for balls. He knows the position well. He's a high IQ football player. I think he plays a run pretty well. Same with Huzzie. That's going to be very important. And in Jeff Collins' defense, the corners are going to be asked to have more variety in what they do because they're going to bring them some. Gene Chizik didn't blitz the corners a whole lot. Jeff Collins is going to blitz the corners, but he's also going to have them show a lot of blitzes when they're not. So they must be able to go from showing it into natural coverage or play recognition. And these two guys, Huzzie as a big-time veteran, Allen as a guy who played enough and also has the smarts, I think that Carolina's in good shape there. So who's behind him? Well, that remains to be seen. But coming out of spring, in the conversations we had with Mac Brown, with Jeff Collins, talking to some of the players, and also based on what I saw in 3 practices that I was able to attend and watch in person, 2 redshirt freshmen to keep an eye on, and we're going to look at them a lot in fall camp, and we'll gauge their progress, and they're important players to note, especially if they continue to develop the way they have so far. Ty Adams, redshirt freshman, and Trey Miller, a redshirt freshman. Both, by the way, are training in other positions as well. But they really like these guys. They really like them. They had a year in the program. They've had an opportunity to go into spring this year. Got a lot of reps because a lot of guys were out. Marcus Allen didn't participate in the spring, so a lot more reps for these guys. And they made tremendous progress. We don't know if either of them is ready to step on the field and help, but we're told that they are. The staff believes that they are. The reason I can't say I know if they are or not, because I haven't seen them do it. It's kind of hard to project something you haven't seen. But they love the talent. They love the smarts. They love the athletic ability. They love that combination of being able to do the things that are called on in Jeff Collins' very aggressive defense. By the way, his title, Minister of Mayhem, is true. It's a chaotic defense, and these kids athletically fit into that. Can they stop the run? I don't know yet. I saw them do a pretty solid job in the spring. I saw a lot of emphasis on tackling with the secondary in the spring. So perhaps that pays off this fall. Throw true freshman Zion Ferguson's name over there as well. Now, for some who may have missed it, Legend Cavazos transferred out of the program. Let the staff know about a week before spring practice ended that he was leaving. So he's a guy who's got a lot of experience, came in from Ohio State a couple of years ago, and clearly Adams and Miller had leapfrogged Legend Cavazos, and he's moved on. So I think that's a pretty good indicator that there is a lot of confidence in these two. It's safety. I think there's definitely more experience in the safety room, especially they have three guys that you would consider starters. Stick Lane is going to start. He sticks. He really does. The name speaks for itself. He's a physical player. He's an aggressive player. He's finally caught up. Let's remember last year he didn't arrive till the summer because he had to graduate from Georgia State. And then when he arrived a little bit later, he got hurt. So he was still learning the playbook and getting used to stuff as they had gotten into the season. And it took him until maybe late October to sort of catch up. And I'm not sure he ever fully caught up. He is now. He's healthy. He's caught up, knows the playbook. He can teach it. He's become a bit of a leader on that side of the ball. Vocal guy. He's got some, pizzazz in his game. And you need that back there in that part of the secondary. Will Hardy, had he not been injured last year, would have played a ton more at safety. Still played, 300 snaps, something like that. Again, another guy that they can use in a lot of different ways, in a lot of different scenarios. He's reliable back there. Another guy like Stick Lane. He's an IQ player back there. And then you have Jakeem Harris, another older guy, and an NC State transfer. Harris spent 5 seasons at NC State. He had a redshirt year. He had the COVID year. And last year was his redshirt year because he got hurt in the opener against UConn. And now he's at Carolina because he's using the COVID year. So he's got a 6 year of eligibility. He's played a lot of college football, including against the Tar Heels. So that's 3 guys back there that they really like at safety. But I'm going to add a 4th guy. That's DeAndre Boykins. Boykins was the starting star 2 years ago, which is the nickel spot. And he was going to be the starter there last year before he got hurt. But what they did this spring, they moved him back to safety some more. He got some work in at star. We could end up seeing him back there again, but he got a lot of work in at safety. So I'm going to say 4 starters because he was a starter before. Usually the safeties and the stars are usually safeties, not as much corners. Part of that is the run playing, and it just kind of fits that way. So 4 guys. They go 2 deep in both spots in the secondary with guys who played a lot of college football, guys who are a bit grizzled. They've been shaving for a long time, and guys who know what they're doing back there. But there is depth, more depth. They love the youth. Malcolm Ziegler, Jaden Patterson, Jalen Thompson. All of them got a lot of reps in the spring because Hardy was unable to do anything with contact. Harris was unable to do anything with contact. They took it very, very easy with Boykins, and Lane was out there running around popping people. So these other guys, they got a lot of reps in the spring, and they all look talented. They look like they fit the suit, so to speak. Now at star, a little bit more open-ended. If you would have asked me on April 20th, the day of the spring game, hey, who's the starting star at Minnesota? I would have said Caleb Cost, who, by the way, practiced 3 or 4 times in the spring because he was on the baseball team, but he got hurt. He got hurt during baseball season, was ruled out for the season in baseball, which don't confuse that with football. Baseball is such a high skills sport that a broken finger, you can't swing the bat. It's just impossible to. In football, you can play with a broken finger. So there is a difference there. However, he missed some time, and I don't know exactly what the timetable was because UNC at the time when they discussed it with us didn't know the exact timetable for Caleb Cost. but there was no expectation that it would go beyond the beginning of fall camp. So if that's the case, it's got a little ground to make up because he didn't get a lot of reps in Jeff Collins' defense, but the expectation is he will likely be the starter at star. If he's not, you could see DeAndre Boykins go back there. That would not surprise me one bit. Jaden Patterson got some work over there. Khalil Conley got some work in over there. And you might see another veteran guy or two move around. Yeah, I think there's a chance that Boykins goes back there. You might see Boykins and Cost, and Boykins can kind of bounce between safety and star some. I really believe that. Maybe if fully healthy, Boykins is better than Caleb Cost. He's got more experience. He's an older guy, but he's also coming off a very serious injury. So give me your thoughts about the secondary. Do you think this group is going to be better than it has been? And how do you think the secondary works with the front line, especially in Jeff Collins' defense, which is going to be bringing it from a lot of different places? Do you think that this secondary has the potential to be efficient risk takers? And when I say that, go for the ball. Run that little blitz every once in a while. Rely on their individual ability to make plays at times within the scheme of the defense. That's what you're going to probably see from this group, especially if they can handle it. Do you think they're ready? If you think of the experienced guys back there, the ones that have played a lot of college football, the names you know, Huzzy, Allen, Lane, Hardy, Harris, Boykins. And then if you throw in the star position, Cost is not super experienced, but he's a name everybody knows. And you got the possibility of Boykins, who started the whole season 2 years ago, going back there as well. I think it's a pretty good group. I think there's a lot of talent. I think a lot of the talent is completely inexperienced. So that would be an issue back there. But this is a good, solid group. I think Carolina's in better than solid shape. I think it's in good shape in the secondary, provided the Tar Heels stay healthy, which has been a problem in the secondary since Mac Brown returned. So let us know what you think. Go over to our Facebook page, Twitter, our message boards at TarHeelIllustrated.com. Let us know what you think about the secondary. Who do you like back there? Who do you think breaks out? Who do you not like? What veteran do you not want to see on the field? What veteran do you want to see maybe move positions or could be ready for a breakout season? Make sure you let us know because we want to know what you guys think about the Tar Heels as well. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so right now and tell all your Carolina friends about us. Let them know we're here so they can then subscribe. And both of you hit the notification bell so you get updates every time we upload a video, which is often. I'm AJ, and I really appreciate you stopping by.